Somewhere in Africa, in the West African country of Ghana and in the northern Savannah countryside, there is a fresh breeze blowing. Many lives are being transformed, and it is all because of a rural livelihoods program christened Northern Rural Growth Program NRGP.
NRGP is a Government of Ghana intervention which is financed by the International Fund for Agricultural Development and the African Development Bank to develop agriculture in the northern part of Ghana, which is known to have the highest levels of poverty.
Ghana has adopted the value chain approach in agriculture, and in line with this, the NRGP has adopted it in its quest to transform rural households. NRGP employs the bottom-up approach in the development of value chains whereby actors actually decide for themselves what is good and what is not. What NRGP is diligent about and will not compromise on, however, is the drive, commitment, credibility and team spirit of each actor in the value chain. Nafisa Hadi is a leader of a women's group in Bumbunayili, a village in the Yendi district of the northern region. We were just a small group farming in very small acreages until we met NRGP. Through their training, we are now a registered group and our production has increased tremendously. We are empowered and now have money in our pockets. Because we are all illiterate, we engaged a young man to act as our secretary, and for his services, we are paying for his school fees through higher education. The District Value Chain Committee is one innovation employed by the Northern Rural Growth Program that is helping make things work.
The District Value Chain Committee brings together all the actors within the chain for their own peculiar interest and that of the interest of the farmers. Among the value chain actors are the input dealers, the animal traction, the tractor service, and the FBOs.
Villageman is also an input dealer within the value chain.
Initially, when I was not in the value chain, farmers come, they purchase goods. Sometimes you don't see them again. Now that with this cashless model, it has simplified the risk for me because I find it much easier to take my money.
When the program started in 2009, we sensitized all the rural banks as well as the national banks. Many of the banks were not convinced with our strategy, which is the cashless credit model, and so did not participate. We started initially with 2 rural banks. Today, the story has changed. We have 22 rural banks and 4 national banks that have come on board, and you can imagine what the impact has been on rural farmers and other value chain actors.
Farmers found it very difficult to even walk into the bank to ask for credit. They were a bit timid, they were not organized, they had no collateral, but with the introduction of the value chain by NRGP, the groups have been well organized, they are well trained, they have been educated by the bank on the payment terms and conditions of our bank. In fact, through this collaboration with NRGP, we are developing rapid value chain this 2016. In fact, we have developed the onion value chain already. It will interest you to know that in 2014, the bank was recognized as the most innovative bank in terms of agricultural lending.
Shetu Mahamadou enjoys taking a ride on her Best Farm Award prize, a Motor King. Shetu sold grains in very small quantities in the Zebila market, and by dint of hard work, she got involved in the NRGP value chain as an aggregator. Today, she has risen from the petty grain seller to a reputable aggregator within the value chain. Since I joined the value chain, my client base has expanded and I can boast of clients in Techiman, Tamale, Kumasi, Accra, Nsawam, and even across the border in Burkina Faso. The issue of young women who leave their homes in the north to the south in search of greener pastures is of national concern. But Shetu has found one clever way to keep these young girls at home. The idea struck that I could at least engage 2 young girls from each village I buy grains from to do the buying for me, and this is exactly what I do today. This has helped curb rural-urban migration because they now have a job at home, thanks to the value chain.
From the very beginning of the program, there has been a special effort to holistically and systematically make sure that both men and women are benefiting from the program. There has been several capacity building programs to make sure that there is efficiency and effectiveness in the way women build their businesses, thereby increasing incomes and improving livelihoods.
I didn't choose whether I'm a farmer, I'm a processor, or a marketer. I was doing all.
After dabbling in various areas of the chain, NRGP helped Hajara to find her focus. Hajara has transformed from a jack of all trades to a processor. Today, she leads a hard-working women's group in processing shea nuts into the shea butter that is loved the world over.
The impact their support is doing to we the rural women is so great, so marvelous, because somebody who couldn't have even sent a child to school, somebody who couldn't put 3 square meals on the table, today she can do that and more.
While the Northern Rural Growth Programme hunted for credible partners to work within the value chain, Nestle Ghana Limited also hunted for a partner in its Grain Quality Improvement Programme. Both Nestle and NRGP found in each other worthy partners. While Nestle got good grains for the production of their various products, NRGP found in Nestle a ready market for the hard-working farmers whose toils get the deserved reward.
Once we train them to produce good quality grain, it is not only Nestle market, they get ready buyers from other players in the industry who are interested in buying grains, good quality grains for their consumption and also for their factories.
Somewhere in Africa, in the West African country of Ghana and in the northern Savannah countryside, there is a fresh breeze blowing. NRGP's Nafisa and her group, Village Man and his committee, Lincoln and his bank, Shetu and her peers, Hajara and her group. Mr. Kluche and Nestle are creators of this Savannah Breeze that is blowing by way of transforming lives through innovative value chain approaches in Ghana.